Coming up on Mountain News this morning, Kentucky and Virginia Tech will go head-to-head on the gridiron, with one coming out Belk Bowl champions. And the Letcher County Fiscal Court called a special meeting to discuss a resolution over gun rights. Plus, as we are nearing the end of 2019, Kentucky State Police say they are seeing the lowest number of highway deaths since 2014.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning. The time is 6:01 on December 31st. I'm Madison Pergram, and thank you for joining us on this New Year's Eve day. I hope you have, as you're waking up, maybe have some fun plans this afternoon. But let's go to Brandon Robinson. Brandon, the fun plans might be a little more fun today than they were yesterday because it would have been a rainy New Year's Eve.
Exactly. It's going to be a little bit chilly, but you can put some jackets on and layer up. But today, a little bit of clouds, maybe a stray chance for a passing shower, but not a great chance. Let's take a look at the data here and the models and all that good stuff. The current data, though, satellite and radar shows a few clouds across parts of the region. No major issues there for us this morning. You see a little bit of green trying to show up there in parts of the area outside WYMT this morning. Fairly quiet, not a whole lot of issues as you head out the door this morning. Not even really much in the way of fog, so we're going to continue to watch that. Temperatures there in the 30s and 40s, 39 now Monticello and Williamsburg, 37 in Somerset, 39 also in Irvin, 37 in Moorhead along with Wise. Everybody else in the 40s this morning. The winds continue to crank, so that's making it feel colder this morning. 20s out toward Lake Cumberland there and close to 30 in London this morning. Your day planner, we go down for a little bit longer there all the way to about 9 o'clock, or when we start to see temperatures start to climb again, rebounding back close to 40 as we head toward the end of the day. I'll have the rest of that forecast coming up here in just a little bit. Madison.
Thank you, Brandon. Well, the Letcher County Fiscal Court called a special meeting last night to discuss a resolution over gun rights. The county declared themselves as a Second Amendment sanctuary, following the lead of several nearby counties in Kentucky and Virginia. WYMT's Lacey Roberts was there as members from the fiscal court heard from the community and made a decision.
Monday night, dozens of people filled the courtroom, hoping their presence would show their support.
Since 8 years old, my father put my first gun in my hand.
This is the first time we've actually had to move from the district courtroom to the circuit courtroom.
Those in attendance were given a chance to speak. While many spoke of being veterans, others spoke of their Appalachian culture.
We're pretty steeped in tradition, you know, and things are handed down. A lot of us started hunting when we were, you know, kids. I don't feel guns hurt people. I feel bad people with guns hurt people.
And with the unanimous vote, Letcher County will be a sanctuary county. Members of the fiscal court say even if there were any opposing opinions, their vote would not have changed.
We would have given everybody an opportunity to speak and express their concerns. I just feel that in our area, the support for the Second Amendment is large.
All in hopes surrounding counties will reach out to their communities to do the same.
We've got Republicans and we've got Democrats both that sit on our fiscal court, and this is not a party issue. It's common sense, and it's the Constitution.
Wanting to send a message to Washington and Frankfort that they have a say in what happens in their lives, too.
You know, as I said.
Now, Judge Executive Terry Adams said he hopes other surrounding counties will follow suit. Now, the resolution does not have any legal ramifications. It only is a statement of support for gun rights. And getting a specialty license plate will now cost more. As of yesterday, the state is requiring a $10 donation for certain plates. The fee was already required for university, military, and nature plates. This new rule adds several charitable organizations to the list. The total cost of specialty license plates is now $44. And with less than 24 hours left in 2019, state police are reporting the lowest number of highway fatalities since 2014. After a major increase in 2016, fatal crashes are on a steady decline. Shelby Smithson talked to Kentucky State Police about those numbers and what they believe is contributing to the decrease.
Kentucky State Police track every deadly crash that happens here in the Bluegrass. And though we haven't quite made it to 2020, the numbers on record right now seem to be the lowest in 5 years.
It's encouraging to see that the traffic fatalities are coming down.
According to the Kentucky State Police annual reports, there have been 711 highway fatalities this year up to December 30th. That's down just slightly from the previous year's 713 and well below 2017, 2016, and 2015.
I think just by eliminating one increases safety for a lot of our motorists.
Trooper Hall contributing the slowdown to drivers obeying the law and troopers being more vigilant enforcing it.
Stepping up enforcement, whether it's driving aggressive, seatbelt usage, speed, and driving impaired.
Working with the Office of Highway Safety to publicize safe driving campaigns like Click It or Ticket, KSP plans to continue targeting reckless habits in the hopes of seeing less wrecks.
One fatality within our state is just one too many.
With the New Year's Eve holiday, KSP reminds drivers they'll be out in full force focusing on impaired driving. So drive sober or get pulled over. In Richmond, Shelby Smithson, WKYT.
Now, earlier this year, Perry County was leading the state for deadly crashes. And today, thousands of people in blue and white will be heading into the stadium to watch UK play in the Belk Bowl. Some of those people will be UK fans who now live in Charlotte. Ben Burris has two young sons growing up in UK blue and white. Inside their home, the love of UK is nearly in every room, and they enjoy tailgating and having Kentucky parties with their neighbors. When Ben found out his new neighbors moving in were also Wildcat fans, he gave them a proper greeting.
I was waiting for them because I knew they were coming.
This guy rolls up in his Jeep and he starts a CATS catch chant out of his Jeep as we're unboxing here.
It's the only way to welcome them to the neighborhood.
Now, all of them have tickets to the game and are ready to celebrate a win. So are we. Well, if you plan on heading up to Lexington for New Year's Eve tonight, be sure you know how to get around the city safely. Taxis and self-rides in Lexington are preparing for a long but safe night ahead of the celebrations. Quick Cab is just one company planning to give hundreds of rides before and after the ball dropping. Other drivers with Uber and Lyft plan to be out in full force. Safe Ride Kentucky, along with the Kentucky Distillers Association, have been running a promotional since early December, offering a free $10 via Lyft for partygoers to take advantage of.
Be safe, because safety is the priority thing. That's, you know, the drivers are very experienced at what they do, and, you know, we don't want to see nobody get hurt. And that's the main thing about Lexington, you know, being a part of Lexington, a part of the community. You know, our drivers want to see everybody get home safely.
Many taxi companies are also offering discounts. As for Lyft and Uber, consumer experts say it's always a good idea to schedule your ride before price surging occurs to ensure you get home safely. And if you're still looking for something to do New Year's Eve, Aloft Louisville downtown is offering an exclusive package, but it costs a pretty penny for a lot of them. Try $10,000. You and 20 of your closest friends can enjoy the Pappy Van Winkle New Year's Eve package. The deal comes with 5 bottles of rare Pappy bourbon, a one-night stay in a Aloft Louisville downtown suite, and a breakfast for 2. And after years in the making, a new coffee shop opened yesterday in Harlan. While they would have been happy with their goal of 30 cups of coffee, they nearly tripled those numbers on day one. WYMT's Hannah Reynolds talked to the owners that said while it took some time to get their opening day, they felt it was meant to happen.
A packed house, a problem that is welcomed at Moonbow Tipple.
The Lord's blessed us with double the numbers already, and it's not even 1 o'clock, so I can only imagine what it is by the time we close at 5 o'clock today.
If you ask Sky Marietta, it's a blessing.
So many beautiful moments here that really feels like it's part of something bigger than ourselves.
The Mariettas are passionate about coffee, but that's not why they opened up Moonbow Tipple.
In Harlan, I mean, you have a limited number of restaurants, and you don't just go there to hang out. So I was just happy to have somewhere to go and hang out and do homework or work or study or research or whatever I needed to do.
It brings smiles to those on both sides of the counter.
The way you really lift people up is you create dignified, stable jobs with a living wage and something that's exciting and feels like you're connected with something.
If they happen to need a coffee break,
It was pretty good. I would give it a solid 8 out of 10.
there's no better place to take one. In Harlan County, Hannah Reynolds, WYMT Mountain News.
Now, the shop had more than 100 people come in and went through a week's worth of supplies. Well, are you looking for a good job? Well, Gordman's is hiring in Eastern Kentucky. They are offering a variety of positions, including store managers and sales associates. Eastern Kentucky locations include Harlan, Hazard, London, Louisa, Moorhead, Paintsville, Somerset, and South Williamson. We have all the locations in Kentucky hiring and instructions on how to apply on our website at WYMT.com.
Few clouds around this morning for the last day of 2019, if you can believe it, and things are still dry though. Chilly across the region. There's the cloud cover. Had a stray chance for a shower in those northern counties overnight, and then you see temperatures continue to drop. 39 now, Irvin, Monticello, Williamsburg, 37 in Somerset, Moorhead, and Wise. Everybody else in the 40s, with Hazard the hot spot this morning at 44. A normal day, and between a normal day and a little extra on the coffee meter this morning. 30s a little extra, 40s normal day, and 40s we rebound back to today. Maybe a stray chance for a passing shower, especially this morning. Otherwise mainly cloudy, some sunshine possible as we get later into the day, and we'll see a chilly into 2019 drying out, but some big changes could be on the way, especially heading into the weekend. Madison?
Thank you, Brandon, and thank you for joining Mountain News this morning. More news is on the way. Federal hate crime charges were filed Monday against a suspect in a stabbing attack at a Hanukkah celebration north of New York City this past weekend. And Australia's New South Wales has been shrouded in smoke for weeks as brush fires continue to spread across the area.